Hello, everyone. Welcome to LitChats. My name is Amber Peterson, and I'm the Chief Program Officer for LitWorld. LitWorld partners with amazing community-based organizations all over the world to strengthen kids and communities through the power of story. In 2010, LitWorld started World Read Aloud Day, an opportunity to celebrate the phenomenal power of reading aloud and oral storytelling. Since then, World Read Aloud Day has become a global movement, engaging millions of readers, writers, and listeners each year from communities around the world. This year, February 5th, marks the 15th anniversary of World Read Aloud Day. That's 15 years of celebrating stories told by people all around the world. A big part of our World Read Aloud Day mission is helping people embrace their own inner storyteller. We all have stories to share, and RAD is an amazing opportunity to put those stories out into the world. For the last several years, LitWorld has hosted the Build a Story Challenge, inspiring young storytellers to craft their own creative stories using our 7 Build a Story prompts. This year, we're partnering with a really cool platform called Gravity to breathe new life into that experience. I'm so pleased to be joined today by the co-founder and CTO of Gravity, Daniel Cipoletti. Hi, Daniel.
Hello. Hi, Amber. I'm so happy to be here. Exciting.
Absolutely. Daniel is an edtech industry veteran and has been at the intersection of technology and education for the past 20 years. We're so excited to be celebrating RAD with both you and Gravity this year. So welcome. We're so excited.
Thank you. We at Gravity are equally excited and cannot wait to see the amazing things that people create this year.
Yay! So for teachers and for other folks who've completed the challenge in past years, it's going to look a little different this year, but it's going to be really cool because it's going to be powered by Gravity. And, one thing that makes this merger of ideas and work so exciting is that LitWorld and Gravity kind of have similar missions. LitWorld's work is all about breaking down barriers that exists for people around the world when it comes to sharing their stories and sharing their voices. And Gravity is kind of about doing the same thing in terms of technology, making sure technology isn't a barrier and it's in fact a tool to help people share their voices and their stories. So can you tell us a little bit more about Gravity and what exactly it is that the platform does?
Of course. Thank you. So Gravity is an AI-powered video recording and learning platform that enables educators and learners to have really a digital town square where conversations, new ideas, a plurality of perspectives, and deep student engagement happen with the almighty video prompt being the conduit. By having asynchronous communication channels, it gives each and every student the time and space to conceptualize what is being said, reflect on their learnings and life experiences, and then video record really well thought out responses that their classmates can then interact with as well. And the best part is on Gravity, it goes far beyond just a wall of videos. The platform uses AI to analyze individual answers and ask personalized follow-up questions to each student, can intelligently extract keywords and main points mentioned by any speaker, and also integrates with teachers' favorite tools like Google Drive, Figma, Canva, and more. And lastly, even our newest platform, Superpower, is on-demand language translations and automatic voiceover tracks for over 12 different world languages. So our goal has always been to break down barriers to understand each other, and we will do whatever it takes, all the complex heavy lifting, so that in the end, everyone has a voice and a place to grow.
I love that. It feels so aligned with what it is that we do. We talk a lot at LitWorld about the fact that our community is largely digital. We've always been a very global organization. We work with folks on the ground in so many different places. For years, we've been creating those communities through video screens. So technology like yours really does enable us to deepen those relationships. When we're thinking about different communities, but especially when we're in the classroom. And as a former classroom teacher, that is so exciting.
Yeah, 100%. And World Read Aloud Day actually really amplifies the power of video and the ways it connects to people.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So again, LitWorld has run the Build a Story Challenge for many years now. We've always invited people to share the stories that they create with us on our website. Up until last year, we were using Flip, which I know a lot of people are very familiar with. Now we're using Gravity. So let's look at the Build a Story site together and walk people through how to participate. So when you go to litworld.org/build a story, you'll see our Build a Story Challenge. Here you'll be able to flip through some of the different stories that have already been submitted. Right now, you'll see lots of stories from our staff. We all got really into it and did our Build a Story submissions. Come down, you'll actually see the prompts for Build a Story. So you see that there are 7 different prompts that you can use that take you through a narrative story arc. Using each of these prompts, hopefully you'll get to create a story with a clear beginning, middle, and end. Once you've written your story, it's time to share it. So if you scroll all the way down, you'll see the space where you get to enter your name and your email address, and then you can start recording.
All right. And I will show you how the recorder works. So right on the Build a Story Challenge, you'll have this really kind of neat recorder right here. And for everyone who would like to participate, you have 2 different options. You can either record with video, or for people that may be a little bit camera shy, we also have a voice option as well. What I'm going to do is press video. And what will happen is your face will show up, but don't worry, it's not recording just yet. It just gives you a small little preview. That way you can kind of adjust whatever you need to adjust and get ready to tell your amazing story. What it will do is it will give you a small little countdown, which I will press right here. And it actually starts recording. You will know that because on the bottom here, it'll start that countdown. And even if you needed a breather and to pause for a second, you can always pause your recording, think a little bit about what you wanted to say, and then you can even resume recording, which is nice. Give you a little bit of voice feedback here in the corner to make sure that your microphone is working. And then when you're all done, you can just press stop right here. And there I am, looking very happy and excited to tell my story. Now, let's just say you wanted to review it. You can play the video, but let's say you wanted to start over again, or maybe you wanted to say that small part a little bit better. You can always press right here. What this will do is this will bring you back and will undo that recording. And let's say you change your mind. Maybe you're recording a video and you want to use your voice, or vice versa. You can press the X button right here, and that will actually let you choose again and to restart the recorder right from there. So what I'm going to do is I will just record a test video. Hello, everyone. Welcome to World Read Aloud Day 2025. And after you've told your story, you would just click this submit button once you're all good. And you'll see a spinner. And when it is all done, you will see that it completes, and it'll give you a little bit of a success screen right there to let you know that it's all finished. So it's super simple and super easy.
Yay! That does. Very intuitive. We're so excited to see everyone's submissions as they come in. You can record with your actual camera. You can also record just your voice if that's all you want to record. So we are super excited to get those submissions in and have our 15th anniversary of World Read Aloud Day and celebrating it with the Build Story Challenge. So Daniel, we would be very remiss if we didn't actually complete this challenge together today. I know this is your first Build a Story, so
it is my first Build a Story. a lot of exciting emotions happening, but I am ready to build a story.
All right. So, for everyone watching, it's important to understand that there are so many ways to build a story. You know, a lot of stories, however, have a very similar structure. They typically have a beginning where you're introduced to your characters and your conflict or the problem. We have a middle of a story where our characters attempt to solve their conflict. And we have an end where we get to see the results of our character's actions. So the build a story prompts that you saw, those 7 build a story prompts, like I said, help you go through a story with a clear beginning, middle, and end. So Daniel, to build our story together, let's start with the very first prompt, which is once upon a time. Here, you're going to think about a character or characters that you want the story to be about and describe them. So, do you have any characters in mind? It could be a person, it could be an animal. And as you think of that character, like what is it? What's something important about them?
Yeah, I think that a character that came to me is both myself, my wife and daughter we love cats. So I think that once upon a time there was a scruffy kitty cat named Cal, and Cal was always itchy.
Ooh, I like this. So a scruffy kitty cat named Cow.
Cal, yeah.
Cow. Cow is an interesting name for a cat. I love it. Cow. Gotcha. Okay, so we've got our scruffy cat named Cal, who's always itchy. I have a cat as well who is looking at me, kind of indignant about that itchy part, but that's okay. So the next prompt is everyday. The everyday prompt is going to help us to figure out what our character's objective is in the story. What actions do they take to get whatever it is that they want? Since Cal the cat is always itchy, I'm guessing that they're trying to stop the itching. So let's say every day Cal would roll around in different types of materials to see if that stopped the itching. So
right.
This is what our Cal is always doing. Much, I'm sure, to the chagrin of its pet parent. All right, prompt 3 is but. Here we're going to figure out what's standing in the way of the character's objective. What's making it difficult for Cal to stop itching?
I think that the but should be, but no matter what Cal rolled around on, plastic, metal, rubber, a rug, he went all across his house, but the itch did not go away.
All right, I like it. All right, nothing is working. Cal, this poor itchy cat, regardless of what he rolls through, just remains itchy. Okay. Next prompt is so. Here we find out what our character does to overcome their obstacle. So we know that rolling around in different materials isn't working. So let's see. Cal decided, without saying anything to anyone, that he was going to shave off his fur. Which I don't know how he's doing that as a cat, but it's our imagination. He's going to shave off all of his fur. All right, our next prompt is but then. Here's the climax of our story. We got to figure out what's going to complicate things for our character. It can't be that he shaves off his fur and it's fine. What makes things even more difficult now that he shaved off his fur?
But then, as Cal was lifting up his razor and plugging it into the wall, he pressed the on button and, oh no, his razor is broken. It doesn't work. Is the power out? Is the razor bad? What is Cal going to do? He might be itchy forever.
I like it. Okay, so we're now at the place where Cal is unable to shave off his fur. He's trying to figure out what happens next. We're at our next prompt, which is because of that. Here we figure out how our character reacts to the complication. All right, because he was not able to shave off his fur, the razor wasn't working, Cal had to kind of sit quietly for a minute. Maybe because he's sitting quietly, he's starting to realize that maybe some of his itchiness was coming from being a little bit too active. He was running all around. Once he kind of calmed down and just was sitting quietly, his itchiness started to go away. I like it. All right. Now we're at the end of our story. We've gotten all the way to the end. Our final prompt is finally. Here we find out what happens at the very end. We tie up all of our loose ends and we get our lesson.
Okay. So then finally, Cal was so relieved, and he realized the entire day he was stressed for absolutely no reason. All he had to do actually was just to calm down, think the situation through, and he would have realized that his itch was actually gone. And so was his stress, and Cal became so tired that he snuggled up in all the different materials that he was trying to scratch his back all day and fell right asleep at the end of the night.
I love it. I love it. I feel like this is a lesson we can all learn about us running around like crazy people
Right.
sometimes. Maybe just calm down. Calm down. Maybe a lot of our problems go away. All right. I love this story. This is beautiful. Are you ready to hear the entire story all together?
I'm ready. I'm definitely ready. And Cal is ready too.
I think Cal's ready too. All right. Once upon a time, there was a scruffy cat named Cal who was always itchy. Every day, Cal would roll around in different types of materials to see if that would stop the itching. But no matter what Cal rolled around on, rubber, metal, a rug, he rolled all around the house, but nothing worked. So Cal decided, that's it, I'm going to shave off my fur. Just as Cal was lifting his razor, he realized that his razor didn't work. What was he going to do? Because of that, Cal had to sit quietly for a minute. Sitting quietly, he started to realize that his itchiness was going away. Maybe his itchiness had something to do with all of that running around. When he was still, he didn't feel so itchy. Finally, he was so relieved to realize that by being still, he was no longer itchy. He relaxed in front of the fire and took a nice long nap. The end.
Yay.
That was beautiful. That was a great
That was
story.
so much fun.
Thank you, Daniel. That was so much fun. I can't wait for World Read Aloud Day. I can't wait to hear all of the stories that everyone who participates in the Build a Story Challenge create. Head over now to litworld.org/buildastory to check out the site, to start building your stories so that you can submit them for World Read Aloud Day. Before you go, can you let us know what you'll be doing to celebrate World Read Aloud Day this year, Daniel?
No, I think that what I'm going to be doing is taking those 7 different prompts, sitting down with my daughter who's 8, and we're going to be building stories all day. Can't wait.
Yay! I love it. Great plan. Thank you once again for joining me, Daniel. Thank you for tuning in. Anybody who's watching, please check out worldreadaloudday.org for incredible resources to celebrate the 15th anniversary of World Read Aloud Day on February 5th, 2025. Register to become a Radvocate. Help us to amplify the importance of this day and this important act. Follow us on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and throughout January for activities, celebration resources, and more amazing conversations just like this one. Thank you so much, everyone, and happy countdown to World Read Aloud Day. Bye.